This bar is a shrine to the greats of French sport. Platini, Blanco, Prost. Platini, Blanco, Prost. The punters here were probably watching the telly when Gary Lineker took those penalty kicks against Cameroon in the World Cup. But Mr. Lineker admits himself that his mind was on a very different bar when he took those penalty kicks. Now, the bloke who runs that bar actually looks a bit like Mr. Lineker. And that's because it's his brother.
Right, good evening, welcome to Lineker's Bar, the most famous bar in the world without a doubt.
I mean, as you walk in the bar, it's quite striking, really. I mean, you're just surrounded by hundreds of photographs. I've got signed football shirts of the England players. We've got a really massive, great big football, which is like signed by all the Italian squad in 1990. I used to work on the markets in Leicester, and I was working 14 hours a day, 6 days a week with my dad on the fruit and veg store. I thought, I've got to get out of here, you know. I was toying with the idea of moving abroad. Eventually I came up with this idea about Gary. I mean, the more famous Gary got, the more I thought, you know, it might be a good idea to use his name. I had a word with Gary, he said it was fine. I sold my house, my car, I sold my business, everything, and packed my bags and went. We're going to see Tenerife, Barcelona this afternoon. It's a sort of 40-mile drive. Probably the most interesting thing you'll pass on the way is the go-kart track. It's not a green, lush island by any stretch of imagination. Awful, to be honest. I'd love to see Tenerife win because I'm not a particular fan of Barcelona, especially with Johan Cruyff still being there. With Gary falling out with him like he did, which is very, very unusual for Gary. He's gone right through his career without falling out with anyone. The true Tenerife fans, they are absolute fanatics. If you think the English fans are over the top, you're not seeing nothing, you know. There's a deathly silence when Barcelona scored because there was hardly any away support. I was really disappointed, obviously, because it was a bad defensive error. It was unnecessary and sort of spoilt the first half for me. Tenerife, I don't know what decision to send the goalkeeper off. If the ball was running away from the guy and he was never going to get it anyway. 2 minutes later than that, Tenerife scored, and it was a really great atmosphere. I really enjoyed it. I thought maybe they're going to sneak it in the last minute, but they never. But they'll be really happy with that result.